Hi everybody, welcome to this free video guide for the round shown of this Legacy 9-hole Cup division, also displayed on screen. These are tournament wins. Before of course we bring you the details, so please hit thumbs up and subscribe to the channel as well. These are replays of old content when this 9-hole Cup was first in the game, so listen carefully to the commentary, take some notes as well, there may be some tweaks needed, but like I said, these are the tournament wins, so hopefully you will be able to build some shots from those. Timestamps in the description down below. Good luck. Here we go. Excellent chance for an eagle here. Going to play with the Kingmaker and Apocalypse level 4+. 5.8 topspin, 2 bars side spin to the left. Add your spin and set up as shown. Second bounce in the middle of the fairway beyond the rough and the sand. Obviously different levels of APOC will have different ring references, so bear that in mind and focus on the second bounce if you don't have the same club level as me. Medium distance, 10% elevation, I would favour 1159 here on your pull angle, just to ensure that you do not pull any 1201, because if you do risk landing in the rough directly. So I would go with fraction of 1159, perfect ball with our mid plus 10 adjustment, and we're going to write down drive distance for our second shot. Going to be around 320 to 325. Second shot, going to play with the Hornet level 8+. If you don't have that, then you can use the Runner, but the adjustments I'm giving you here are for the Hornet, so do bear that in mind. And the ring references will work as well with the Hornet only rather than the Runner. So white ring touching the edge of the rough, and then we're going to add spin, get the ball guide to the hole. It's going to be nearly 6 top spin and between 1 and 1.5 bar side spin to the left. Obviously if you are using the Runner, the ring sizes will be different, so try and mirror the ball guide and the bounce points as well. For a drive distance of 325, I'm playing this 60% slider, 0 elevation, and again small 1159 pull on this one, just to account for the tailwind. Obviously it's 2% per yard, so if your drive is 320, you're going to play it 70% slider. More information about the slider on the Academy tutorials. Drops beautifully for an eagle. Thank you for watching and good luck. Quite a technical shot here, so I do advise you to practice this one to get all the steps correct. Recommended to keep the wind below 8 miles an hour. 2.8 backspin, 2 bars side spin to the right. Add spin. Get the ball guide through the hole, then I push forward to have the first bounce directly over the rough, and you can see there it's 1 click before you get the long bounce, so the very last point you clip the rough with the ball guide through the hole. Then we adjust mid plus 15 power 3, so mid plus 15 power 3, and once we have done that, the final but crucial element to this shot is to then push up 1.2 rings. You'll see here I just go over 1 ring slightly, so about 1.2 rings. If you don't do that, you are not going to contact the rough. Then we want a perfect ball. We are right on 2 seconds on the clock, so plenty to do, which is why I do advise you to take a practice token. Bounces in the rough nicely and drops for a hole in one. Obviously if you don't feel comfortable with a rough bump, play a bounce over instead. For this hole, going to suggest play with a Berserker ball, just to make things easier to grab our eagle. Play with the quarterback, set up blue ring touching the rough on the left with quarterback 9+ at max distance. And either 3 or 3.2 top spin here and 1 bar side spin to the left. Then we are going to adjust max plus 10 power 5 settings. Max plus 10 power 5 settings. And the reason we're using a Berserker is just to make it easier for the second shot. Don't want to have to risk with going any overpower. So power 5 ball will make this easier if you can spend one. Perfect ball here, minor great left, minor great right, both fine of course with the accuracy of the quarterback. Sometimes you're going to get a slightly longer roll than others, but anywhere around 330 to 340 going to be absolutely fine. Second shot, playing with the sniper, and we're going to set up here with max top spin and also 2 bars side spin to the right. And we're going to go for a second bounce rough bump, and you see I'm stretching out into overpower here to work out how many rings I need to push up. I estimate about 3 rings, but because we do have tailwind, I'll actually push up slightly less than that. Max plus 10, power 5 is the adjustment on this one. So max plus 10, power 5. And then because we stretched out to find our landing position with the ball guide coming out of the rough, I then push up. In the end, I go with 2.5 rings push up here because I do have quite a strong wind direction here in Expert, 11.3 with the Berserker. Perfect ball away, difficult to dial in the albatross here, but you're going to get very safely onto the green, catching the rough nicely, and the topspin takes us out, and we are putting to secure the eagle on this par 5. Excellent chance for a hole-in-one here with a rough bump. Try and keep the wind below 8 miles per hour if you can, and we're going with 2 topspin and 2.5 bars side spin to the left. Going to play with the sniper, and it's in a yellow ring, or the green ring, whichever you like to call it, touching the rough with the sniper level 10 set up at the top of plus 9. If you've got sniper level 9, you will set up at the top of plus 11. So, like I said, try and keep the wind below 8 miles per hour, and then we're going to adjust this one. Maximum distance, 20% elevation, but power 2 settings, even though we are using a Kingmaker. So max plus 20, power 2. Adjust as accurately as you can. You do pull slightly on the slant going up the slope, so try and be as accurate as possible. Perfect ball away, and the ball tracks beautifully and drops nicely for a hole-in-one. Thank you for watching, and good luck. Now for this par 4, we have had a similar wind angle in the past, maybe slightly different, but I'm basing this on the wonderful Brandon Burke's setup that we do have in the team. No movement target with the APOC. 1 bar of backspin, 3 bars side spin to the right. No movement, so don't touch your target until you adjust your rings. It's max plus 10, power 3. Hit perfect, and we are going to bounce very nicely here, laying up in the interest of keeping it free to play. Laying up on the right. There is a blast shot, but you will need a premium ball if you want to go aggressive on the left-hand side. Second shot, I've been close here. We do need to tweak it though. Start with 2 top spin and 3 left spin. Set up with the red ring touching the rough line and the ball guide going just through the hole. Then I'm going to do a respin, going with 2.6 bars of top spin, but staying with 3 left spin. You will see the ball guide then going to miss high deliberately. Then I'm playing slider here using drive distance. So for the example in the video here, I would play this one 15% slider, 10% elevation, power 3. But either we just need to tweak the top spin as we do miss slightly to the left, or we maybe change our adjustment and use power 2 settings. There's a couple of options for you to work with here, but here is the general setup, and we do get close with this one, but a little tweak and a good chance of a drop on this par 4. Please do join us over on Facebook. We have an ever-growing community of players there. Over 16,000 members. Head over to Facebook, search for BK Golf Clash and submit your member request there. Free to join. There are free guides posted, lots of shot sharing and discussion points. You can chat and interact with me as well, and loads more over on Facebook. So head over there and search for BK Golf Clash. Now with the wind angle we have here, you can of course go for a send-it shot. I did have a few attempts, but with APOC 5, not enough topspin to really roll through the rough to the final fairway. Even Thor's Hammer 6 was quite close as well. So here is a safer route, still not without risk though, going for the quarterback with the Kingmaker. Setting up here top of plus 9, clear ring touching the rough, going with 3 topspin, 3 right spin. Adjust max plus 10. Now I say there is some risk here. Great right does risk the rough, but also if you accidentally overpower or don't set up correctly, you could end up with a tree in the way on the second shot. You can obviously still curl around the tree, but we do want to try and play aggressive and go for the albatross if we can. About 1 3/4 ball curl to the right. Could go with a bit more. We do have room on the second bounce, so I'll leave the decisions to you depending how you want to play this one according to your play style. Of course, if you do want to go aggressive, even if you're in the rough or the sand, as long as you bounce on that fairway nicely, you will still reach the green in 2, so it's entirely up to you. Second shot, 2.5 backspin, 3 left spin with the sniper. Obviously we are aiming fairly close to the tree, but after we adjust will take us nicely away. In the video here I play 42% slider, 30% elevation, is slightly over adjusted here. We do miss this one to the right, so you could put a little bit of left curl on just to take the tree out of the equation and get close to the pin. But either way, we do have room to adjust back without going too far on our drive, and we're safely on the green for an eagle. So described a couple of options, go with what you feel suits your playstyle the best. Another repeat wind angle on this par 4, so once again shout out to Brandenburg for these adjustments from a previous tournament. Please do go and subscribe to Brandon's channel, excellent expert content there as well. 5.8 topspin, 3 bars side spin to the right, APOC 5 and 6 we're setting up with around 30% of the red ring inside the rough on the left and the right, so allowing a bit of a gap between the bounce point and the rough. Obviously different level APOC will have different ring sizes, so have a look at the second bounce as well. Adjustment is max plus 10 power 3, max plus 10 power 3, and we go with 1 ball of curl to the right. So look at the left edge of the Kingmaker, it is touching the outside wall of the adjustment ring to the right. Perfect ball, minor great left, minor great right should be fine here. Even though you can't see where it bounces, trust me, I've played this shot a few times, there is plenty of room before the rough. So as long as you get a good straight pull, you're going to be fine. 338 yards, going to use drive distance. So 338 is going to be 90% slider, 20% elevation. 1 bar of backspin, half a bar of side spin to the left. Ball guide to the hole with the thorn level 9. Another reference here with a drive of similar length, you will have half of the blue ring dropping down into the sand, but always do check the ball guide as well. 2% per yard difference on your drive. Check out the Academy tutorials if you need more help on using the slider, and that will by all means increase your drop rate in tournaments. Excellent tool in your wind apps. If you don't know how to use it, please do check out the videos. Perfect ball away, we just over the bullseye, 25% elevation, power 3, 90% slider with 338 yards on the drive, drops for an eagle. This par 3, very inconsistent hole to play, so if you get a zoom in, be happy. If you get a hole in one, be even more happy. 2.5 bars backspin, no movement target with a Kingmaker and a sniper. Then we're going to adjust max plus 20, power 2 settings. But do remember this is a pretty inconsistent hole to play, so sometimes you'll be close, you may not be that close, but either way you're still going to get your birdie on this hole. So max plus 20, power 2, perfect ball away with our no movement target approach. This one does come in nicely, but we just miss on the left hand side, but very close on this difficult par 3. If you are enjoying the free content here on the channel and want to help out and keep everything free, then please consider making a small donation. All donations are gratefully received and help me out here on the channel, as all of the content here is produced for free in my own spare time. You can do that in one of 3 ways. You can hit the thanks button here on YouTube, you can make a PayPal donation via the link in the description down below, or you can also join us over on Patreon. Details at the end of the video. Playing with the quarterback and a Kingmaker on this par 5. Blue ring touching the rough on the left with quarterback 9+ at the max distance line. Here I go with 1.2 top spin and 3 left spin. We are a few yards short. If you want to have a little bit more room to play with, then you could try going with 1.5 bar top spin. Just make sure that you don't catch the glitch roll. So maybe go with a token if you want to try that. Max plus 10 is the adjustment, and then going with full curl to the left, so max curl to the left, and this is going to come in to around 320 yards. As you can see there, it did just stop a little bit short. We do have room for a bit more topspin, entirely up to you what you do go with though. Second shot, I'm going to play true club distance, so I'm at max here. I start with adding 4.5 topspin, 3 bars side spin to the right always, but then ball guide was a bit short, so I go up to 5 topspin. Obviously if you do push the drive further, then you're going to obviously not need any more topspin, and you'll be playing with a lower plus yardage value. So go with true club distance. I go with 30% here. However, this one is just a little bit over adjusted, so I would suggest maybe going with 25% elevation true club distance, reduce 2.5% slider for 1 yard away from max. So if you're at plus 10 with the sniper level 10, you play 95% slider and so on. Perfect ball here, the line is fantastic. but the speed is slightly lacking, and very frustratingly I do come in short in line. So a little tweak there, but a very good chance. Thanks very much for watching this video here on the channel. If it has helped you in any way, please consider sharing it amongst your friends and clanmates in the game. Join us also on Facebook. Head over there, search for BK Golf Clash and join our free group. Loads of members there sharing shots. Free guides are posted, as well as loads of other great Golf Clash resources. So check us out there. You can join in the discussion and also leave feedback on the game in general. Finally, if you wish to help support the channel and keep the content free for everybody, please consider becoming a Patreon member. The link is in the video description down below. Good luck, see you soon, bye for now.